off today, so decided to come out for a drive. Come up to Middleton-in-Teesdale. Got a report that there were quite a bit of snow about, but got here, no snow. But what I found is a little woodland, a little visitor centre. It being a Monday, there's hardly anybody here, so I thought we'd just take a look round it. There's a river, and we're going to walk up the river and then across to the waterfall. Okay, so it looks like it's frequented quite a lot on the weekend, probably school holidays as well. It's quite a nice little area. Got a quarry that we're just coming up, just on my right hand side here. There's a bit of a quarry, and then we've got the waterfall further ahead of us, so it's quite a nice sheltered spot as well, really. Okay, there's the quarry. Just looking around there, and we can see the waterfall. So we've just got a little bit of mud, so we'll go across on the stepping stones. We're going across there and up towards the waterfall itself. Alright, so we're just being pretty careful to go across these without slipping. And there we've got the waterfall ahead of us. It's quite nice that, with it coming over the edge. So I think what we'll do, we'll have a walk up further up the valley, just see what's up those stairs. You can see the second rise of the waterfall there. So we'll have a look at trying to get that and just smooth the water out a little bit. Got a couple of holes just down here as well. And if we go around there, you can see we've got the water coming over, so there might be some little bits and pieces we can do there. Obviously the main interest is the waterfall itself, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. It's a little viewing platform where you can see down on the top of the waterfall. It's probably where dozens of people before have shot from here. It's not really inspiring, so I think what we'll do is we'll move up a little bit further and see if there is anything. If not, we'll come back to that first shot. But I'll just show you what we've got. So we turn you around there. That's the shot. Looking down on it, so it's not going to be that inspiring. So I think what we'll do is we'll carry on and we'll have a walk further up. Quite a lot of mud on these stairs, so we just got to be a bit wary where we're stepping. Quite interesting. We've got a cave across, and then you can see here we've got where there used to be a bridge. Got a bridge parapet at this side, one at the other. So I wonder what was in that cave. Carry on walking up here, going into the woodland now. Steep sided valley on both sides. Some new trees. Look like they're probably self-seeded in this area. Just having to keep a look on the floor because it is very slippy. I certainly would not want to fall and get injured on here. And here we've got the main falls. A series of falls coming down. It looks like we've got a cave at the top as well. So I think what we'll do, we'll have a walk up there. There's a nice platform. banging line, just right for taking the shots. So we'll make his way further up, and then I think what we'll do, we'll come back there and I'll get a couple of shots there. Okay, so we're at the main fall now. Got Gibson's Cave apparently at the side of us. We'll just have a look around there. You can see where it's cut underneath. All the layers of strata on the rocks there. And then it comes into this really nice pool. And we've got the sheer force of the water coming over. You can see they've got spray coming off there as well. What a fantastic photograph that would make. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to get the tripod out, get the camera out, and we'll have a look and see what we can do with that one. That's the view that we're getting there, the water coming over. It's making quite a decent picture, that. I was asked a couple of weeks ago, how do you make the water go smooth? Well, that's all down to the shutter speed. Now normally you'd use an ND filter, something like a 6 or a 10 stop filter. Unfortunately this lens, I've only just got it, so I don't have that. So what other ways could we do if you didn't have a filter with you? Well, we can use the aperture or the shutter speed. So we put a smaller aperture, bigger number, will give a lower shutter speed. So if you look down on the back of the camera, I can just lower that down there onto the back. So if we take that shot, what we should get is quite a nice bit of movement. So when we look at that now, we've got movement in the water, and on the camera it looks okay. Okay, so we just changed position now to get a different composition. We've got the waterfall coming over the top there, and then we've got that large rock just over on the right hand side there. That's going to be the focal point. What I'm going to try and do is crop it down the sides there so it'll lose the tree that's hanging over, and then hopefully we should get a decent picture. So if we look down onto the back of the camera, so the composition now, we've got the rock on the right hand side, and then we've got the water just sort of cascading down there, and we've still got the water falling at the top. Taken most of the sky out, camera's all nice and leveled off. Bring the histogram. So the histogram's just blowing a little bit, but not too much. We're not losing too much on that. So it's still got a 2-second timer. Let's see what happens. There we go. So if we put that back on, we've got a really nice pleasing cascade of water, and the water in the front is pretty good as well. If we zoom in on that, you can see the water there, and we come down and we've got the movement in the water just on the rocks there. We've got some nice movement on those as well, and then coming across to this rock with all the green algae on, we can see now that that is nicely focused. We come right away. Okay, so we're just going to move a little bit further down now, and then what we can do is get a longer shot. I spotted it on the way up, so we'll move back down the path here, and there's another ledge where we can get a long shot where the waterfall isn't quite so dominant. We're getting more of a general view with the waterfall at the end. I might try a little bit of focus stacking on that as well. But what a fantastic day this is. From yesterday when I went out and it was freezing cold, blowing a gale, now fantastic weather, absolutely brilliant. Okay, just watching my footing here, because these rocks are incredibly slippery, and if I fall on this piece, no idea how long I'll be here. Okay, so let's have a look what we got. Series of small waterfalls leading up to the larger one at the end there. So if we come round to the water's edge, look at that. The main focus is going to be on the 3 small step falls, and then the back is just going to be slightly blurred out. So let's have a look and see how we're going to do that. There we've got the waterfall at the end, and then coming down these 3 drops like staging stones. We've got the 2 rocks in the foreground there that I'm going to use as foreground interest, and then let the picture develop going back up there. So let's have a look and see what we've got on the camera. So this is the shot that we're going for. I've got the pointed rock in the centre, which is just about there. That rock there is going to be the foreground interest, and then it's going to move back further and further back through the stages of the waterfall until you get to the major waterfall at the back. I've cut out most of the sky there, so we just got the tree line. Just going to readjust the composition a little bit, and then we're not going to get too many blown highlights. So if we look on put it onto the back of the histogram, we can see that what we've got there is hardly any blown highlights. Dynamic range on the phone is not the same as on the camera. On the camera it looks really good. So we've got f22, 1 1/3 seconds. So focused on the rock, so I'll just take that information screen off now. The camera's nice and level. So we got the focus is on the rock, we've got that there, and we're going to take the shot. Okay, now if we bring that up, again it looks a little bit burnt out, a bit blown, but on the back of the camera that looks fantastic. Just unfortunate about the tree coming across the frame on the waterfall, and nothing can be done about that, and it does mirror what we've got on the other side. So some pretty decent shots there. It just shows that you don't need to have a lot of equipment. You don't need to spend mega amounts of money. If you can get the light so it's not coming down too hard, and you put it onto a small aperture, f22, something like that, then that's going to bring you your shutter speed, so you start to get at least some semblance of movement in the water. hopefully they've come out. I would have liked to have used the filter. Oh, it's nice now that noise has gone from the water. If I'd have had the filter ring, then obviously it would have been better. We could have got some really long exposures there, but we didn't, so I tried to improvise, and hopefully that's come out. No lock on the gate there. What a lovely little spot this is. Little hidden valley. Plenty of places to sit down. Got some fairly steep steps coming up here, and they are very, very muddy. So you can see the mud on the stairs there. A little bit tricky. Okay, quite a nice little walk that. Nearly back at the car now. A little bit muddy, but I got the gaiters on. So if you've enjoyed it, subscribe, hit the like, thumbs up, share it with somebody, and hit the bell, and you'll get notification when I send more out. Hopefully, usually most Sundays around about 6 o'clock, something like that. So I'm back at the car now. I'm going to go and try and find somewhere to get something to eat and a drink. Down for a coffee. So till the next one, take care.